Hello engineers, I am Miraj Ansari, AutoCAD certified CAD trainer, and in this session we are going to see how to create our own templates in which we are going to set all the settings, means initial settings, so that we don't have to set unit, limit and these small things again and again whenever we start a new file. Okay, so let's create a template so that we can use that pre-made template for our tutorials, for our exercises. Okay, so let's have a look how to create a template in which we can set all the initial settings in one time. Okay, so let's have a look. Suppose we are going to start from here AutoCAD.dwt and we have to set all the settings which is required for creating a 2D drawing. So let's have a look. First of all, we need to make this grid mode off, make this ortho mode on, and make sure these buttons are also on. This is object snap, this is object snap tracking, ortho mode and dynamic input, and make sure these all the nodes are check on. If not, then go to object snap setting and select all, click here, say OK to it. Now let's set the units, U and enter, and here we have decimal. If you want to work with mm, select precision 0.00 and millimeters, here we have. Okay, limits, LIM is the shortcut for limits, 0,0 enter, and 1000, 1000 is our drawing limit, and press Z enter, A enter for zoom all. Otherwise we can click here. You can see here we have zoom all tool here. One more thing we have to set, if you don't specify the origin, then it will come here to disturb you. Okay, so if you don't want to disturb, then right click here and go to UCS icon setting and show UCS icon at origin, and this is our all setting done. Now we are going to save this setting or save this file as a drawing template so that we can use these all preset settings in our coming lectures, in our coming tutorials. So let's have a look how to set this file as a template. Then go to file and here we have save as, and we can see here we are going to name this file as my template in mm. Okay, so let's type the name my template in mm. Okay, that's the name of our template, and select the DXF no DWT file. Where is the drawing template? DXF DWT, where is the DWT? Yeah, here we have AutoCAD drawing template. So .dwt is here, and again we have to name that one my template in mm. This is the name of our template in which we have set all the initial settings, and save and say OK to it, and that's all. If we start, just close this file. If you want to start your own preset template, then here is our my template in mm. This was my template in which we have preset all the requirements. Now we don't have to again make these buttons on or units, limits, nothing to do. and we can use these templates in our coming futures as well. Okay, before starting today's drawing, I would like to say something to you guys. I am not expert in English, just I am trying to teach somebody who wants to learn in English, who don't know about Hindi, how to actually speak in Hindi or how to understand Hindi, and they don't know about Hindi at all. So I am just trying to teach all those guys who don't understand Hindi. I will definitely be fluent in English in our coming days, but now this is not going so well as I want. Okay, so if any mistake, then excuse me, but in coming days I will definitely be fluent in English and more accurate in English. Okay, so let's have a look. In today's session we are going to create these two important exercise, and you can see here this is a small dimension object. This is gasket water inlet cone, and this is our retainer. This is smaller one and this is bigger one drawing. You can see the dimensions here, 0.5 or something, 2.5 mm. You can see here the dimension, all dimensions are in mm, and here you can see 906 and 166. This is a smaller one, very a small object, and this is very large object. Okay, but it is looking similar in a scale. The how to create these two exercises we will see in this session. Okay, before starting this drawing, I want to request you, if you are watching this lecture in YouTube first time, then subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Okay, thank you very much. Let's begin. So first of all, you can see here in this drawing there are many dimensions, and maybe you get confused little bit, but I'm going to show you how to create these all drawings one by one. So let's begin. First of all, one more thing I want to share with you. Look at this drawing. It is looking little bit thicker, and look at the dimensions. It is looking thinner. Then now one more concept we have to know for our drawing. Here is our properties palette, and in this properties palette we can set the line thickness, okay, as well as line color, line type. Here we have all the options in which we can use all these colors for our drawings, the line thickness and line type. We don't have any other line type except continuous, but we can load some other line type here. So first of all, we want to create our drawing, and then we will apply all the dimensions to this drawing. So let's begin. First of all, we have to specify the thickness of the drawing. So let's have a look how to set the thickness of any line. Here if you take a line like this, suppose 100 enter, this is 100 mm. If you want to check the distance, then here we have utility and distance. Click here and click here. Here we have 100 mm. It is very easy. And now if you want to apply the thickness, suppose you want a 0.30 mm thickness to these lines, then select this and you can apply 0.30 mm to these lines. Now you can see here nothing changed. Similar this line, these lines and this line. Okay, then here is one button, you have to make it on, show hide line weight. If you make this button on, then you can see everything changed. But if you don't want to apply in this line, then select this line, and here we have 25 or like this, you can see here. So you can change this line type, this line thickness, as well as this line thickness. So first of all, if you want to draw a line with thicker line, then you must select line type from here which you want to work with, and then make this show hide line button on, so that we can easily see the differences. Okay, and easily it will be visible to all of us. Okay, so let's delete these lines and let's begin with this 0.30 mm thickness line. Okay, so look at this drawing first and try to understand where to start from and where to end at. Okay, so first of all, we don't have the exact length from this line to this line as well as this line to this line. We don't know the exact length of it. So we have to find out the diagram where dimension is given. So you can see center to center distance is given, that is 17.2, and here we have center to center distance given, that is 3.26. So we can create this center rectangle first. So here we have selected the line type, that is 0.30 mm, and select this rectangle. Here we have, you can see here a thicker line is coming. Now we can change if you want. Let's apply the dimensions 17.20 by 3.26. 17.20 tab 3.26. That's all. Here we have the center lines. If you want to, if you don't want to visit this thicker line, then make this button off for now. Later we can show. That's all. And now we can create the outer rectangle, which is 0.37 mm far from or outside from the center rectangle. Here what we can do, we can take an offset of 0.37. So let's have a look. Let's click this offset command and type the value, that is 0.37, enter, and select this rectangle and click outside, not inside, outside the center rectangle. Now next what to do? Here you can see already 0.37 fillet applied to all the corners of this rectangle. Later we will apply, but before that we have to create this rectangle too. How to create this rectangle? Then we have to take an offset of 0.5 from upper line and 2.75 from the same center rectangle line. Let's have a look. First of all, we have to explode the rectangle so that we can easily use this line. Take this offset tool, 0.5, enter, select this line, click here, again select this line 2.75. That's all. And horizontal distance you can see here 1.8 when we have to take an offset at the left side 1.81. okay, so let's 1.81 is the distance. And next thing here 17.07 for this line, 17.07, so here we have created. Now we have to apply the fillet. What is the fillet radius? You can see here we have 0.25, in all the corners of this rectangle. So here we have fillet tool, here we have radius, type the radius value, that is 0.25, enter, and here we have the multiple option. If we click in multiple option, then we would be able to apply the fillet continuously. I'm sorry, press Z, Control Z, and here we have created fillets. And now let's apply this fillet. 0.37 is the fillet radius. Let's change it. Click here, radius 0.37, enter, and multiple is already selected. If you want to apply all the corner, if you want to make all the corners around in one time, then select this polyline. Here we have directly, if you click the rectangle, all the sharp corner will convert into rounded corners. Why? Because this rectangle is connected, this is a polyline. So let's repeat this one. Go to fillet, radius 0.25, enter, and multiple. Select this line, same here, and same here, but change the radius 0.37, enter, and select this polyline, because this line rectangle is connected, and this rectangle is considered as a polyline. So that's why we can choose this polyline option. And here we have already set the radius, that was 0.37. So just click here. In one time we have made all the sharp corners into a rounded corner. Okay, that's all we need. And now here we have to create some holes. Let's create some holes. Diameter 0.41 or 41. So let's have a look. Press C for circle. This is the center. D for diameter. 0.41, enter. And press space to repeat the same command. Specify the center, or again space bar. So it will follow the same parameters here. Now we are going to copy all these circles. And how could we do that? First of all, select these two circles, go to copy command, specify the base point. Anywhere we can click, you can see in this direction or in this direction. We need in this direction, so specify the direction and just type the values 2.5, 6.17, 2.5, enter, 6.17, enter, and the next is 9.86. so here we have 9.86, enter, and again 13.55. so here we have 13.55, enter, and the next one is 17.20. here you can see 17.20, enter, again enter. So that's the way of creating this drawing. I think everything is clear. Now if we make this show hide line weight on, then you can see everything is looking thicker, But if you don't want to show these lines thicker, then select these lines, okay, and convert this line into a default line, which was 0.20 and whatever you want. Okay, and now let's make the center line. This is a continuous line, but we have to change them into a center line. Then how could we do that? Let's have a look. Here we have line type, and go to other and go to load and select anyone and press C for center. Okay, here we have center line loaded, and then OK to it. Now select them all one by one and let's apply the center line. If you want to change the center line color, then here we have center line color, so which color you want. Basically every color defines something. We will discuss about them all later, but here we are going to apply color yellow. Okay, that's all. Press skip. Here we have created exercise number 17 in a easy way. Okay, and now see, the dimension line is looking thicker and our center line looking thinner, and we have completely applied the scale. Now it's time to apply the dimension. Dimensions are very, very important. Without dimension, nothing is possible to manufacture. Okay, so let's apply the dimensions. Here we have the linear. Here you can see linear. Many options are available. In these options we will discuss about them all. What is the meaning of annotative, standard, and how to set the dimension parameters. We have discussed a little bit in our previous lectures, but many more things, many more options, many more concepts are remaining. Okay, so we will clear all the things and every details of every commands and every commands of every options we will discuss in our coming lectures. Okay, so let's continue. Slowly we will go ahead. Okay, so everyone can learn easily. And one more thing is remaining here. We have to take a circle of 1.13, that is the distance. Here you can see 0.70. So just take this offset tool, 0.7, select the center line, click here, press C for center, and here we have D for diameter, 1.13, enter. So that is enough for us. Let's apply the dimensions. Here you can see linear dimension. You can see we have created a dimension here, but we don't want this line as 0.30 mm thick. So just delete it and select some thinner objects like 0.20. Okay, now if you want a colorful dimension, then select any color like cyan. Okay, then linear, and here we have enough. Okay, and now see, let's apply all the dimensions one by one, but we are going to use here, select this one, just go to this point, and here we have base line dimension. So just click and again click and again click and again click. Okay, here we have, but you can see the precision of these dimensions are 6.17, 9.86, yani 2 decimal places are visible here, but in our drawing there are 4 decimal places. Then what is the process to remove all the unwanted zeros? Then I would like to recommend one setting. just press D, enter. D is the shortcut for dimension style. And here we have modify tool, and just go to primary units, and here is the trailing option. Just make this button on so that all the unwanted zeros will be automatically removed. You know, this is the name zero suppression. You can see here in this area, zero suppression. Zero suppression means what? It will remove all the unwanted zero from your dimension. Okay, so just check mark this trailing option. Okay, no need to select from this option, you know, dimension, precision. Just click here once, just make it on, and it will automatically remove all the unwanted zero from your dimension. Here we can see everything is clear. I think clear. So don't worry, if you have any doubt, then feel free to ask. Okay, now let's have a look. Here we have 2.75. Let's apply it. Okay, go to linear again. We have selected 0.20 mm thickness line type, and line color is cyan, you know. So here we have 3.26, which was applied in this line actually. Here we have, and now space bar to repeat the same command. Here you can see here, and if you want to drag it little bit in our upward direction, then make it like this. And here we can see again, everything is so simple, you know. If you work in a proper way, then everything is so simple. Yeah, okay, now see, it's looking very impressive, you know. Everything is so simple, you know. And now what to show, and this is 0.70, 1.81. let's have a look. Linear, here we have, and again space bar to repeat the same command. Here we have 1.81, and again here we have created 0.17.07, you know, and everything is done. I think now radius 0. Here we have radius, select this one, and here we have. If you want the center line come from the center, then press D for dimension style, go to modify, and here is your fit, and you can see draw dimension line between extension line. Say okay to it, and then okay to it. Okay, that's all. And here we have again, select this one. Here we have. Okay, now very easy. Everything is done here. Now diameter, you know, here we have diameter option. Select this one like this, and how many holes we need? Through 12 holes. Just double click here, and you can see we can place the cursor by press enter. 12 holes, otherwise THRU कर सकते हो through. You can write here through, it means through hole. Here we have created the first drawing of this session. I hope this is clear to all of you guys. If you have any doubt, then make a comment. Okay, here we can see everything is clear, and here we have one more dimension like this. So I think this drawing is completed. Now write the gasket inlet cone text. Here we have the text. Select, drag, click, and then the name is gasket water inlet cone. Okay, just type here gasket, water inlet, cone, here we have. Okay, just select them all and we can increase the size. Just click outside, it is looking very large, then Control Y, just double click, select them all, 0.2, 0.25, that is enough for this drawing. So that's it. Here you can see we have completed the exercise number 17. One more thing, if you click here, go to annotate, then here we have the center mark. So if you want to show the center mark or horizontal center mark or vertical center mark, then just click here, center mark, and select this line. Okay, so automatically it will create one center mark. Here we have created it. Okay, then select one by one to apply the center mark. Here we can see this command is given in only 2020. In our previous lectures of in our previous versions of AutoCAD, this option is not given. Okay, so if you are using 2020, then we can use this center line. Suppose you can see here, suppose we have a rectangle like this and we want to use a center line in between these two lines, then go to annotate. Here we have center line, just select this line and this line. Automatically it will create a center line. You need not to apply from here or load from this option. Okay, so if you are using 2020 version, then it is become very easy to apply center line in our circular, in our like this. You can see here we can increase the size or the length of any center line. So this becomes very easy. Just select them all, press E for erase and say OK to it. Here we have created the first drawing of this session. So buddy, I think this is clear. We will see the next drawing in the next lecture. Okay, so thank you for this session. Thank you for joining Digital CAD. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Okay, bye bye. Good day. Take care.